Hey guys, welcome back to The Great Print. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Sadie.
And today we're going to get into how Gabrielle Union says she split the bills 50-50 with her husband, Dwayne Wade.
Let's say like you live with your man, and he pays all the bills. Are you obligated, or you have a job? Do you feel like you're obligated to do like just chores while he pays the bills, or do you feel like, yo, I work too, I could pay some of the bills, you do some of the chores, and you pay some of the bills, and I'll do some of the chores?
Okay, I could put it to you this way. So the way that like my father always raised me is like, as far as like the big household bills, like that's a man's job. Like, so my dad, pays the rent and stuff. But like you're dealing with a woman that's like working and whatnot, like her portion, like you could help with like the little stuff, like, the cable or like, a phone bill or whatever here and there. But for the most part, like the majority of it is gonna land on the man's lap.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand, like as a female, like you should still be willing to uphold like that level of at least that much responsibility within your relationship.
At least pay something.
Yeah, but yeah. I mean, so yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's pretty normal to me. That's what's normal to me.
I understand that part, but at the same time, like I'm thinking, well, only because I have all my bills on auto pay. So I'm imagining if the person I'm with has all their bills on auto pay, it's kind of like when you get paid, your bills are going to get paid first. So it's like, do I see 50-50 as a bad thing? No. I feel like it works for whoever it works for. Like that's definitely a conversation they had. I'm sure they didn't like come up with like, oh yeah, we're just going to assume we're going to go half on everything. I feel like you're living with someone, you're going to talk about all your expenses, even things down to like whatever little subscriptions you have or bills or like.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like with those smaller stuff, like I don't think that as a female, like you should just be left with like no freaking responsibility.
Yeah,
whatsoever.
exactly.
Like, you're a freaking functioning human being. So,
yeah.
Like, you can bring something.
What
to
I
the table.
what I don't like is not it also being female, but any person in general that feels entitled that like, well, no, this person has to pay the bills. They got to take care of me. Absolutely not. Because like as a woman, you got to get your own no matter what. Like nobody could take away your own money. Nobody could take away your education. And I feel like us being Hispanic, like that's kind of instilled in us. Like you got to get it on your own.
No, absolutely. And that, like, don't get me wrong. Like, at the same time, like, it's nice, like, being with a guy that's going to
take care of it, yeah.
That's going to, spoil you.
Right.
And that's going to take care of it, you know? And, like, I'm all here for that. Like, that's lovely.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel like where you're getting it twisted is feeling like you're
owed that. Yeah.
Exactly. Like, in what world?
Right.
Is this person like obligated to take care of you?
Absolutely.
Like that doesn't make sense to me.
But you know what's scary is like
it's one thing like when you like to me, when you're with somebody and it's to the point where like you're living together. If I'm living with you, like it's to the point like we're on our way towards looking at each other. Like we're family.
Equals. Yeah, we are.
Like
We're
I'm
there.
not gonna be living with somebody that I don't see like we're gonna have a future, like,
right.
And I'm a mom, like you're a mother, like I'm sure you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about, like,
right.
If I can't see that this is gonna be like you're
substantial,
like you're like stepdad, like,
right.
You're not gonna be living with me, my daughter, if this isn't a real
family situation. Absolutely, so, like you don't see me and my daughter as your own, it's not gonna work, because. Granted, like, let's say if there's other kids or anything in the situation, I would treat them as my own. But that comes with, like, again, establishing, like, what is expected of each other when living with each other. Like, is 50-50 the thing? Sometimes it works for people. I think you guys got to just as a couple, this is what I bring in monthly. What can we do to get by? Or what can we do that we can still go out? Because let's say your man pays all the bills. But then y'all got no money for to even have date night.
But if that's okay, hear me out. And like I will say right now, like I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm not married, but if I'm not married, never been married. But hear me out. Like this whole thing, like when you get married, I'm sure I'm not the first or not the only person that's heard this. Like a joint checking account.
I still wouldn't do that.
Right? Like joint checking account. And then I've heard that there's a lot of different ways of doing this. You know, that there just is. There's a lot of different ways of doing this, but one that I heard of that I thought like this makes sense is like, yes, there is a joint checking account, and I guess that's what would cover
The bills. Yeah.
But you each also have your own separate
Of
accounts.
course. Yeah.
That's what you can spend your money on, and it's not like for every little thing that pops up, it's like,
Right.
hey, well, why'd you spend this much on
Yeah,
this?
yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah.
and it's just, it saves you like a headache.
I
I love that.
Yeah.
Like, I feel I would want, even if I'm married, like, I feel like you should have your own money, I should have my own money.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I get it in that aspect. I guess.
but my thing was, how do you have a situation like that, which I'm sure people are doing?
Well, I feel like you got.
But is it where like, is the man contributing more to that account than the female?
I feel like it can't really be dollar amount. No, like it can't be dollar amount if they don't make the same. So maybe like, hey, 10% of what you get this week and 10% of what I get is like little by little.
Well, that's the way that it should be. So it's like.
So okay, you kind of changed my mind now. Like, I feel like the only way I'd ever agree to like even having a joint account is if like, you know, financially, you need to have some type of financial intelligence to know that like this isn't your spending money. You could see it grow, but it's not your spending money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I feel like, but then again, there could be some cases.
That's why I like the idea of having like separate accounts in addition to like if we're a couple and we need to take care of bills.
Yeah,
together,
then it comes from that.
Then
I agree with that.
Have the joint account that we're both contributing to, and that's covering our bills. And then the way that you said it, which is the way that I believe that it should be done, it's like, you know, we're both probably going to be making different wages.
Amounts, yeah.
So you do a percentage. So
I
that
agree.
way it's
okay, you changed my mind because I was all like, no. But no, you changed my mind. I think I would do that.
But even that we're describing, that's not like, I don't think that's exactly like what my dad's way of doing it either. But
so he just covered everything.
He's more of like
the provider.
Yeah, like the roof over your head. Like I'm covering that. Like the big stuff, like the little like $100 whatever. The little subscriptions. Like that's yours. Like that's yours. Like whatever.
Yeah.
But
see,
but at the same time, like. He spoils her, like he, you know, like random gifts. Like,
so, but that was what I was gonna get into. Also,
it's like anything else you could need. It's like you don't need to come out of pocket,
right? And that's also good. And I feel like again, that type of dynamic, I feel like is established in the beginning. Like the guy will say, "No, don't worry, I got it."
Yeah.
Versus like, all right,
depends on the type of guy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I feel like also like some men, their upbringing, they're just known as like, no, like I'm the man, I'm gonna provide. And then other men with their upbringing is like, no, everything 50-50. And that's fine and dandy for her. But, you know, I just feel like.
I guess so. I guess if the question is like, do I agree with the 50-50? Like exactly 50-50? Then no.
Not with everything, no.
No.
Because there's no way. Because I feel like at the end of the day, like.
But that's also not saying that like, you took me out, like, I'm not saying 50-50, like, you took us out.
Now I'm taking you out.
And like, you covered the bill, and, like, I never cover the bill. Like, that's not what I mean. Like, yes, like, I don't think that the girl should never, ever pick up the bill. Like, if you're in a relationship, yeah, like, she should take you out sometimes, too. But as far as, like, bills and stuff, like, I don't know. Family, I feel like, it depends. If I'm making more money than you, then, like, yeah, baby, I got it. But the same way that I feel that way.
Yeah.
That, like, if I can afford to, like, take care of you, if I'm the breadwinner in the household, like, I would expect that you would have me like that.
Exactly. Like that. We would see each other as equals.
I would feel that way towards my significant other.
Right.
Yeah. Like, if I'm the breadwinner and I
then I have no problem taking care of things.
Yeah. Then, and then you can be my passenger princess.
I was gonna say sugar baby.
You know, I've been in a relationship for 8 years, a little bit more than 8 years, and you know I haven't lived with my girl yet. But what I would assume if I moved in with her, I feel like the main shit, like the shit that we both share, like rent, cable shit, we might be able to split that. But like my car insurance, my phone bill. Excuse me.
What if you get like on the same plan, or you guys like get cars under the same thing? Policy.
You know, that brings it back to what you said about how a man was raised. Like, I was raised that, my dad covered everything for my mom. I feel like,
Well, let me find out. You buying Karina a new car? Yes, girl.
I mean, I'm not buying that. I mean, my dad did buy my mom the 1998 Dodge Durango in 1998.
Okay.
And my dad's a gangster.
Oh, shit.
But,
Okay, Karina again. It's 2023 and 2023.
Hey, howdy.
If I live with Karina, and she knows this, man, if we live together, especially with the family, whatever, I'm definitely paying for, she definitely could hop on my phone plan.
Yeah.
Could definitely hop on my car insurance. And, you just got to pay for the groceries or some shit.
But that's the thing, too.
I mean, groceries are a lot. If you cook a lot, they're a lot.
But not for nothing, though. When you're thinking about, he's covering the rent, the car.
Whoa. I say rent now.
No. Okay, fine. Maybe not you.
We said that you're covering.
Groceries, if you're dating your ideal man, who is, the type of man that has, traditional values, taking care, you're at home, you got no problem being a housewife,
right.
with no fucking shame. Some women want to fucking stay home.
Yeah.
No problem being at home, catering to your man. He's fucking coming home. If he's responsible for all the bigger stuff and you're responsible for a small $200-$300 bill.
Right.
That is absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
To what it costs to even groceries.
Yeah.
Groceries being as expensive as it is.
Yeah.
That is nothing compared to you paying for your groceries and your rent
and everything else on top of that. Yeah. I feel so if you're with a man that's in the provider mindset, I say provider mindset because they were either brought up that way or they just want to provide for the woman and their family, and there's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, as a woman, you shouldn't make his life hard if he's doing everything he got to do to make sure you're good. You should make sure house is clean, food is already done, laundry's done. That if he's covering everything, the least you can do is just make his life easier. That's how I feel.
No, of course. And I feel
and spoil your man too. Take him to the spa. Take him, if he works hard, just cater to him. Because he's doing to provide for you.
No, absolutely. But, okay. And it's weird because at the same time, without sounding all pick me girl.
It's not pick. It's not pick me if it's the right guy.
But wait. But my point is that I feel any time that I was in a relationship where I was genuinely happy because I'm being treated the right way.
Right.
Stuff like that comes naturally.
Exactly. But that's what I'm saying.
That,
with the
so
right
guy. Yeah. But at the same time, it's aside from. Because I've had it both ways.
Me too.
I promise you. No, but I mean specifically, I've had it both ways where, aside from the fact that, they're providing, that aspect is maintained.
Yeah.
But there's so many other aspects of a
there's
relationship
limitations
that can be disrespected, aside from the fact that you have continued to provide, that's this is not worth it. I would much rather struggle on my own
than to have you provide.
Than to have you providing and continuing to disrespect me.
No, I feel you because I've been in a situation where it's I could stay home and I did stay home, but I was depressed because it's everything's being taken care of, but that doesn't mean I'm happy. That doesn't mean, I come home to a person I care about.
But that's my point.
Yeah, exactly.
It's... there's a limit to it. It's one thing, and that's where I don't want it to seem like it's all it's coming off as pick me or
it's not.
About the money or whatever, blah blah.
It's not.
My fault. Sorry to interrupt. Would you say that living with a man or living with somebody else is overrated? Then, because you're saying I don't need this, and this. Are you saying that I don't even need to live with my partner? Or?
No, I love men. What do you mean?
I'm saying you can love men all you want. Do you want to live with men? Do you want to live with your man? Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even
I had to think about it, but yeah, because I feel
Sadie got a whole different tone in her voice now and shit. What the hell going on?
No, I'm recovering from sinus congestion, and there's truly so. No, because I feel me and my man are looking for a place. We kind of know how we are when it comes to major things. It's even doing laundry. It's All right, what do you use? How do you do laundry? How do you do certain things? Like certain little household chores that you wouldn't think would become annoying will be annoying. And it's like how long do you take to fold laundry? Like we both agree, like, okay, that takes days for you. Yeah, me too. Okay, so we're not gonna get annoyed at each other with that. And it's like, okay, I need to know when you come home from work, do you care to have a conversation or do you want to decompress? Like these are conversations you need to have if you're gonna live with someone, because you don't want to be fucking annoying to them, and you don't want them to be annoying to you, and then take it the wrong way that because they don't know how you are.
Yeah.
And hygienically too. Like, do you clean? Do you do dishes? And for me, it's like I'm teaching him little things on how to make certain stuff. And I used to look at guys that didn't know how to cook as like, oh my God, your mother didn't teach you this, your mother didn't teach you that. At the same time, as a mom, well, I involve Ellie in the kitchen, but like I can see where some kids don't learn how to cook if their mom just always cooked and like did it for them. So me, grown, maturity-wise, I'm like, that's not to blame. That's probably like, you know what, she took care of dinner. She didn't need to help.
Yeah.
Whatever. Oh. So for me, it's like, okay, I can deal with the fact that like I may be doing majority of the cooking, but he also cleans. So there has to be a balance on like, okay, what can you do? What can't you do? Because me, there's a lot of things I can't do. I can't fucking fix anything. You know, like he gave me this tire pressure gauge. I think I said it right. Yeah. For my tires.
A tire gauge?
Yeah. So because my lights always come on and I'm like, and the way my car sounds, it makes it sound like I won something. It's like, ding. I was like, oh, what'd I win? So he gave it to me so I could always check it. And I was like, oh, okay, do I need the car to be on? See, stupid shit like that. Like, I don't know.
Stupid as hell.
Exactly. So, like, there's things that I don't know that he could teach me, and there's things that he don't know that I teach him.
Yeah.
So it's about balance.
So, but I feel like it's easy for you because it sounds like that you both, living at home, kind of on that kind of shit.
But at the same time, I've had experience living with another guy, and I'm just like, I know what I don't want. I know how to go around certain things without hurting somebody's feelings.
So, okay, I don't really know what that means. It kind of hurt my feelings, you saying that. But would you say that it's easier to, find an apartment with somebody on their own that's living with at their parents' crib or with their family, rather than moving in with somebody that already has their own place established? Like, what if somebody had their own crib already? And like I
would feel weird about that because
I'm recently divorced, and I got the whole 4-bedroom crib.
I mean, I would feel weird about that because I would think that like the first argument, you're kicking me out. Well, it's my house, get the fuck out.
It's too much leverage. That's what I feel too.
That's why I want that we find a place together. I'm like, no, it's both of ours, bitch.
I mean, I kind of have that feeling too. My not for nothing, my girl's gonna kill me for saying this. And baby,
Don't say it.
No. This is just for content, baby. I don't feel this way. You want to do whatever you want to do? Let's do it, baby. I got your back. You got mines. But I know somebody would feel this type of way. Long story short, my girl's, family, they own property. They own a couple buildings and stuff, a couple apartments. And I live at home, my parents, my girl live at home with her parents, but her parents own apartments, like 2-family houses, couple 2-family home apartments and shit.
Damn, where? I'm looking.
In Portchester. And Karina is always like, yo, we could just move downstairs into my parents' apartment on Smith Street or whatever, on so-and-so street.
Yeah.
And I'm like, technically, and inside I'm like, nigga, what? All that shit. But deep down, I'm like, yeah, why? So one argument, you're like, this is my parents' house. You get the fuck out. Like, this is I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that. One wrong move, and you got all the leverage.
My pride won't let me move into someone's home. I can't.
There's too much power.
I'm too prideful.
I'm not prideful at all. Like I'm trans homeless. Like I'm deep down. Like I'm dying to move out of where my dad lives, bro. Honestly, it's just that the way that the rent and the government is set up, and the way I charge for these podcasts, it's not happening anytime soon.
You're so funny.
And so I saw a lot to say, like, damn, having like some leverage, it's a blessing and a curse, because I just feel like, damn, having a place to live, it could be, you could be held for hostage or held, like, have something held over your head.
And you know what's crazy that you say that, because I feel like, well, maybe more in the pandemic, but definitely because of how high rent is in New York, that's the reason why some people are still together.
I could see that. I could so see that.
Yeah, imagine how many people are staying together just so they can make rent together, so they don't have to fucking.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Because a lot of people don't even have homes to move back to.
Yeah.
Once they break up.
Exactly.
What? Especially living in the cities, over.
Yeah.
Moving in. I mean, I'd never really, as an adult, I hadn't really had any experience moving in with a boyfriend or anything like that. But I did kind of experience it when I was younger.
I did when I was young.
Yeah, and it was not. It didn't play out well.
No, I feel you. That shit fucking traumatized me. That's why it's like,
And that's
I'm not so pressed about living with anyone. I'd rather just get it for myself. But like, if it works out that like I get a place with the person I love and whatever, then fine, it works out. But because I've been traumatized by certain shit, I'm just like, I'd rather just struggle by myself than like lean on someone and then have it thrown in my face.
yeah. So So
My God, I'm damaged.
holy
What?
shit. Not ready for that.
Oh fuck.
The whole thing though was that I feel like I got into it too young and we just weren't. It just wasn't okay.
Yeah.
And
My fault. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, yeah. I feel like when you move out too soon, especially as a girl, you know, guys are just animals out here. I could, you know, I don't want to speak for nobody, but if I was young as a guy and a girl moved in with me at a young age, you know, it's over. I wish Rick was here to cope with me, to understand with me, because I sound like a crazy motherfucker right now. But it's like, bro, I got this girl living with me every night. Sex is crazy every day. And, you know, that's...
No, I mean, like...
And you live with me, and you didn't say no to me? Not me, like me personally, but people think like this. Like,
Yeah.
bro, like, yeah.
But you
Like,
said
like control, like a control thing.
Yeah.
It's
you're
a control
gonna say
thing.
no to me.
Like...
That sounds real rapey.
and no, I'm just saying that's how people think. Not me. I don't give a fuck. I love my sleep. You don't want to do nothing? Good night. Fine with me. I'll play PS5. But there's other people out there like, bro, I'm paying rent.
Oh, you mean like the girl?
Like the girl, like people need a place to stay sometimes. Okay, you want to sleep over? You're gonna pay the tax. The tax
Yeah.
starts with a P. Hello, how you doing? Or a V in some countries. You know what I mean? What I'm talking about?
That's hella rapey.
It is mad rapey, but I feel like
Super
that's how
rapey.
people get down. And there's people like that. And I wish there was a
Yeah,
camera.
no. I was with my boyfriend.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like,
no, it wasn't a stranger.
You know,
I mean, I'm not trying to fill in any holes or anything, but yeah, I was just trying.
any PV exchange was
Consensual.
And yeah, we were
Not a
both
stranger.
excited about it.
Yeah.
we
We loved each
were
other.
both happy
Thank you,
to be there.
Jesus.
We were both happy to be there. No, it wasn't so much that. It was just kind of like the constant on top of each other. Like, you know, we
Yeah.
were too young. Like, we weren't equipped to deal with
It was a lot.
with that kind of commitment. And it definitely it ruined,
I would say-
you know, it ruined what we had.
Yeah, for
And
sure. But I feel like
so
because
sad for me.
oh, Dito. Anyway, moving on. So sad.
Fucking bitch.
No, because I'm saying like because we were so young going through that, it's like you kind of grow up and again your mentality, your taste, your lifestyle changes as you grow up. So
Yeah.
to do that so young, you're growing up and growing apart from that person.
Whew. I mean, but that's expected.
Yeah.
I feel like
It's
there's
expected, but
Rare
there's
cases where people meet
been
the love of their
together
life when they're
since
very young, but
whatever.
it's expected when you're
Yeah.
you know,
Blah, blah, blah.
growing up the
No, I mean the blah 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 that they're young.
fucking help me out.
Oh, my bad. Be interested. I'm kidding.
No, but God damn it, Sadie.
Sorry. you said moving in.
Sade.
She always fucking does this.
Sorry.
Narcissist. No, go ahead. I'm kidding. I'm only
That's
kidding.
crazy.
I'm only kidding. We're not even talking about this in this episode.
That was a shot and a half.
No, Sadie's not a narcissist. She's the most caring person I ever met.
Am I?
No.
Oh.
I'm the most caring I ever met.
Math fucking charisma.
Charisma.
You like my personality and shit?
My shit is rigorous.
All right, so before we wrap it up, I just got one more topic we could talk about, man. How do you know when it's time to move in with your boyfriend or girlfriend? For me,
How do you know?
how do you know when it's time? Like, because I feel like you guys both have certain traumas. How do you at a certain point you're gonna have to move in with somebody that you're dating?
I feel like naturally you guys start like spending the night with each other,
like
consistently, where it's like you almost are already moved in, and it's just a matter of
that doesn't that kid. I mean, I get
material things at that point.
What if you're staying at his house where his parents, like, he has a nice basement or whatever, and you can't stay in his basement your whole life?
But a conversation would be had though. Like you know, like we're constantly together. Like it would be easier. Like whether it's like a traveling thing or depending, like a conversation is gonna be had
for sure.
And I think whether it turns into, if if one of them has a place, are they gonna move into that place? Or are they gonna try to find a place together?
Yo, so basically, I want to know, Sadie, what's it gonna take for you to move in with your boyfriend?
One, we gotta agree on like what our budget would be, so that way we can calculate like down payment, how we would live, how many bedrooms we want. Obviously, because we have kids. You got kids too? Yeah. So it's like we got kids involved, so we kind of have to take into like effect of like, okay, the kids get this space, we have this space, and so it's talking about everything ultimately, like a whole lifestyle. I would hope that like anyone that is moving in with someone, you see a future with them, not that it's just like, oh yeah, I'd live with you. Like, no, this isn't like a light topic. This is something serious, because then essentially family gets involved as well. Like, I'm very close with my family. I hang out with my cousins all the time. Like, that's my big friend group. Yeah. And we go away together. So it's like, if we're living together, you're going to see a lot of my family. So I have to see like how you mesh with them as well. It's everything.
Yeah, I'm just assuming that like before, or even when you choose to take that step after the conversation's been had, like you guys
feel that way about each other.
No, but that you're looking towards moving in. I'm assuming that like in the back of both of your minds, marriage is kind of like there, right?
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah. Like, okay, so I feel like at that point, like you should be having those same conversations you would have if you were married.
Right.
Like
essentially.
Yeah. Especially because now you're sharing a living space. So like the cost is going to fall on both of you.
Right.
But aside from all of that, I feel like, Angelo, when you asked, what would it take for you, Sadie, for you specifically to move in? Is that what you meant?
I mean, yeah. I can't really talk because I've been with my girlfriend for 8 years and we still don't live together, and that's part of the reason is because the economy is fucked up, man. I feel like if shit was easier in the 90s and the 80s and 70s to buy a goddamn house. Nowadays, you can't even afford a fucking apartment without having to work 3 fucking jobs. And mind you, my girl works a great accounting job. I hustle, and I make great bread too. But it's just like fuck to spend all my hard-earned money. Like if we paid rent in the way my girl's mind is set up, like we can't settle. I'm not settling for like some gangster shit, like some ghetto shit, bro.
Want a nice place.
Oh, the thing about me and Karina, we're not even looking for apartments. Like we're looking for 2-family bedroom, like 2-family
houses.
like 2-family houses, like dual whatever it's called. I'm not a real estate agent, but like something that we could buy the whole thing, put a down payment on. And we rent the whole upstairs, and we live in the downstairs. So our mortgage is paid for the upstairs. Paid for by the upstairs tenants, and that's where her mind is at. And it's just crazy because that's what's holding us back from moving into each other because her aspirations are so high.
Obviously, the goal for you guys is to get a 2-family house, which ideally, because then when you get your forever home, you've already had that person paying basically your mortgage, so you already have mortgage history. Getting your forever home should be easy.
Yeah, the thing is, it's not that easy getting the 2 people fucking family house.
Yeah.
So you know what? I have a better spin on this question.
Spin it.
Spin it, girl.
Because, and I know Angela's gonna love this.
Spin it.
Angela's gonna love it.
Spin the shit out of it.
Ew, sick.
As the single girl.
In quotations.
No, but seriously, coming from 2 people who are in relationships, what do you guys feel like should it take to get to that step? Move in.
I need to fight
What
a
does it
landlord to get
take?
some.
You need
get
a what?
No, but in
to
terms
fight.
of like, how should you feel secure with it? On what level should you feel secure with that person before you take that step?
As a man, it's not up to me. You know, I've been with my girl for 8 years. I would have been moved in with her. I'm cool. I mean, I've had apartments in the past. Mind you, I started dating my girl when she was 19 years old. I've had apartments. You guys are on the younger side of life. You know, my girl just told me like she wasn't ready. Like I've had 3 apartments before I moved back home with my pops, and she just wasn't ready to move in with me. She lived the perfect life at home. Nice dinner. She didn't have to cook nothing. Her parents, cook.
She's smart.
Talks, ask her how her day was, everything. She had to live the perfect life at home.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would you want to leave that to live in a basement apartment with your boy?
Oh, yeah, no.
And, I mean, my shit was lit. His privacy to let me do what I want. It's just like it wasn't up to her standards at the time.
I get that.
Yeah.
And
that's fine.
She was just raised with that have standards, and you
Right.
don't settle for basic shit. And that's
Right.
why I'm kind of with Shorty, because if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't even be where I'm at right now. There would probably be no podcast right
We
now.
know,
if it wasn't,
we know.
You know what I mean? So I say all that to say that there's nothing stopping me. The only thing that's stopping me now is rent being through the fucking roof and these landlords being greedy than a motherfucker.
It's crazy. And then a lot of the new buildings that get built, you can't even just like buy a condo or a co-op. You're only renting. And like, let's say even just for like a 1-bedroom, it's starting off at like fucking $2,600.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And like in these new buildings, because, all the amenities, all these,
And to get in,
modern.
you gotta pay 3 times the 1 month rent. You gotta pay the last month, first month,
and
the next nigga's month, everything. Yeah.
And then on top of that, to then
don't have a
possibly
dog.
pay. What?
Don't. You better not want a parking spot.
Oh,
No.
yeah, that's another thing, too. And then you'll get waitlisted. Like, a bunch of shit.
You want a dog? You want a parking lot? You want to use the pool?
Or
Got
if
some
you have a
BS.
pet.
If you have a pet, you gotta pay extra.
Yeah.
That's crazy as hell. Imagine your pet paying rent.
Oh my God.
That's
I remember
crazy.
looking around and it was like, they're going to charge you for any of the amenities that they have. Like just because it's there and you have, and it's accessible to you, it's like you're going to get charged for those
But
things
even
too, in addition to what you're going to pay for like even just your rent
Yeah.
or whatever the fuck.
I mean, like, let's say even in another building, you're paying HOA fees. So, like, that'd be just as much as the rent, too. It's crazy. So, yeah, what is stopping me from moving in with my boyfriend? I feel like, money. Like, we're not trying to just settle for something. Like, we could easily, get a cheap-ass apartment, but at what cost? In a bad neighborhood with no parking, like, a shitty school district? I'm not going to risk that. You know what I'm saying? These are things you got to take into consideration depending on your situation. But it's like, it's a lot to take in. So I feel like.
So basically what you
What?
guys
What
are.
was that? Oh, I'm like, what is it now? Something?
You're fucking up. You're fucking up. So basically what you both are saying is that it all comes down to money at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was thinking more you guys were going to give me an answer like, well, just make sure that you guys can both rely on each other and you know, blah,
Nah,
blah, blah.
There's
we
people
know.
that are completely lying to each other every day that live with each other because they can
Right.
afford it. Like, God bless them.
Right.
Shit is real out here.
And then on top of that, it's like, if we're going to live together, I already rely on you. You rely on me, and that's fine. That's already established. Now it's just the financial stuff. Like, are we just getting by, or can we live comfortable? I'm trying to live comfortable.
Who's living comfortable nowadays?
I want to.
I want to. Yeah, I would love to want to too. But I feel like moving out, it's like.
It's a lot.
And especially the way my goals are set up, because we want to get this house. And the house is, there's no landlord to take care of anything.
Yeah. All
You
the
know,
maintenance is you.
Yeah, I mean, a shit blows, it's over. The upstairs people got to complain. I don't know how to do plumbing. That's why I be trying to tell my shorty, like, bro, I don't know how to do nothing. We got to
You
pay
gonna learn
mad
today,
bread.
right?
You
Like-
gonna learn today.
But
I'm
does
gonna
the
have to learn.
50-50 apply to shit like that too? Like within the house? Like,
It's gonna have to. I mean,
are we
it's-
spending like 1 week you're mowing the lawn, the next week I am?
no, I mean, as a
I
man,
don't wanna mow
I'm not that type of guy. Like, I'm the type of guy where it's like, bro, I'm doing the labor. I can't see my girl mowing the lawn, so my neighbor could check her out while she, cause my girl, she got short shorts on. She
And
not,
like, I don't want to take out garbage either.
Yeah, no, I get it. You could do the recycling, okay? Can you manage recycling? Just the bin, the bottles.
Oh yeah, those are light.
Okay, yeah.
And,
do the
and those aren't dirty.
You got to
Yeah.
do the, okay. So this is what I think. Guys need to take care of leaks, bugs, spiders.
The gutters.
gutters. Damn, I didn't even think of that. You know, a lot of outside shit.
I don't want to be up on a ladder. That shit scares me.
Girls need to worry about maybe if you want to plant some flowers on the outside of the house.
Like the
gardening I could handle, and like the bird feeder,
laundry, dishes.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
Don't fucking tell me to do the dishes. I swear to God,
doing dishes is easy.
I don't do dishes.
Kids are for.
Oh, you're right.
Kids do dishes? I never knew that.
That's what kids are for.
Wow, that's dope.
That's funny.
But it works. No, but seriously, that's what I
I'm too OCD. Like, I would let Ellie do the dishes, but then I'm like looking. I'm like, let me make sure she cleaned them right.
Well, I remember like having to load the dishwasher and shit.
The dishwasher different.
No, my dishwasher has hands.
But that was when I was younger. When I was younger, it was like I was our hands. But my sister hated me for years because I just and I'm the younger one. And I one day as a young child refused. Told my mom like I'm not doing dishes. Like that's disgusting. I was adamant. I was so grossed out. That's so disgusting. Like I'm not touching. No. Like no. I was so grossed out. Like up until like until I got older and I had to do it. Until it made sense, like you got to do your fucking dishes. But when I was younger, it didn't make sense. It was fucking disgusting. I'm not doing it.
No, yeah, I feel you.
So my mom always just threw it on my sister, and she's like, "You got to do it. You know, Amanda never does it. She's grossed out. You got to do it." And my sister fucking hated me.
Yeah, I'd hate you too.
It was worth it.
Oh my God.
I didn't do the dishes.
Yeah. So
until we had a dishwasher.
Nice.
Yeah, okay, I load it.
I press the button. It's fine.
Load it, fine.
Okay, so to
whatever, hate me.
It's fine. Oh my God. So to kind of wrap this up, would you do 50-50 with your man?
As long as there's a dishwasher. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm dead.
50-50. No, I mean,
or like
it depends.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like logistics involved.
Yeah, there's a lot of factors.
Yeah, there's so many factors.
Like, I wouldn't feel happy doing 50-50 if you're treating me like shit.
It depends. In different areas of our relationship, yes, I will do 50-50. Like if you're working and supporting me and I'm going back to school and shit, and then I make it, and then all of a sudden now you want to do the same, I fucking got you. Right. 50-50. Yeah. You know? Like 50-50. You did it for me, I'm gonna do it for you. I got your back.
You lean on each other.
Yeah. Like, I got you.
Like, the person you're with should be your freaking number one supporter, your biggest fan, that they're your backbone.
And yeah, I'm bigger. I'm more like that. Like, I don't wanna split the bill. I want you to cover it now, and then I got the next one. You know? Like, does that make sense? I feel like that's acceptable. That's a version of 50-50.
I believe that too.
You know? Like,
I believe it.
It's just, we got a cheap date. Just like, like 50-50 fucking with you.
50 first dates with Amanda. All right, guys. So thank you so much for watching. Click the link in our bio to find all our platforms, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.